Hey everyone, today we are in our verse of the day. We are in Psalm 50 verse 6, which says, "The heavens proclaim his righteousness, for he is a God of justice." And the physical laws that direct the behavior of the universe kind of show us that God is a God of order, complexity, but balance and fairness as well. And this is for the flourishing of all of creation. And this same kind of physical pattern is true of God's moral pattern and God's pattern for kind of human behavior and directions that we see in the law, in the prophets, and ultimately in Jesus. So this kind of God is a God of justice is seen in nature and is all throughout how he shows himself in the Bible. Now, and often the way we think about justice is like through courts of law. We think of like punishing the punishment fitting the crime of whatever needs to happen, or ensuring that all rules are submitted to and are kept. The Bible does have this view of justice in mind, but there's a much deeper view where the Bible refers to an aspect of justice that is like a restoring justice. And this is what God is doing through his people and through right from every relationship he has, from Adam to Abraham to Moses, and giving Israel the law, and ultimately through Jesus, is this restoring, bringing the restoring justice of God to his people and to the earth. Now this is a type of justice that when those have been unrightfully hurt or wronged, they can be restored and given back what was taken from them. And taken this way, justice is actually a selfless way of life in which people do everything they can to ensure that others are treated fairly, and that injustices are prevented and fixed. And this was really the way of, if you look through the commands of Jesus, this was the way that Jesus taught and modeled his behavior too, is that his justice was one that tried to restore fairness and balance, and went to those who had been not been treated fairly, or there had been wrongs, and worked to give them special treatment to restore them in their injustice. So, and we know ultimately that through the cross, through the death and resurrection, Jesus promises justice for all, and he gives that human dignity and worth to every single human, and he can restore things in us. Even when the world presents us with injustices around us, and we're given hope for a final justice. So hopefully that at least just kind of refreshes our mind with this, that God is a God of justice, that he wants to restore each one of us, and he wants to be us to be part of his work of restoring and bringing order and fairness and the flourishing of all, just like we see in the heavens, in nature as well. So I hope that's an encouragement to you. God is a God of justice, and I pray that you have a day full of being part of that and experiencing that. Thank you.